Nasty dog. Doggy
It's like
dog.
227 is the high, pre-market high. Let's set tight and wait. What it does. It doesn't have breaking news, so it doesn't need $5 stock selection. US company software IT. Software IT has been kind of iffy lately. Seeing some moves out of it, but we've seen some brutal rejections. This one already rejected pretty brutally yesterday in the pre-market. So I once again, I don't have high expectations for this one. It doesn't meet my minimum. Lean in close and tight on the 5 pillars. Like I said, my expectations for today is kind of low. It's Friday. We do got a lot of volume. PDT rule is it has been abolished. All brokers haven't applied it yet. Take a Monday. Thinkorswim's going to implement it, which is huge. Thinkorswim is a huge broker. Okay, so now this one doesn't have multi-chart alignment. One called out LAC. Float's too high. LAC, I'm not going to mess with. I'm not going to trade that one. Float's too high. 450. We'll have to break the pivot at 450, but that float's high. Brutal rejection a couple days ago, 2 days ago. Just sold off really hard. Not going to mess with LASE. Float too high. Too much supply. I want more supply. That's going to really give me the move I'm looking for. I'm going to sit tight. Exercise the muscle of discipline. Say no. It's going to take you a lot farther. You okay with leaving money on the table? You okay with missing the move? I'd rather miss a move than jump into something and get it flush out. That's all it takes is one to ruin. Get back weeks of profit. Seconds is a long time in the market. That's right. I'm with you there, Anthony. That's right. I'm doing the same thing. All right, we got something popping. RMSG trying to flirt with $2. I am watching on my broker. Oh, that was a delay. All right, something else just popped up here.
WCT.
No volume. WCT. Okay, so now it's not quite high enough. Not obvious enough. I'm going to wait. Got to break 250. Yesterday's high. It's really accelerating. I don't see breaking news on it. Wait, though. It's a huge move. Not obvious enough. Just happened.
I just saved time. By buying your car on Carvana, it was all online. Got pre-qualified instantly. Great terms. Save time and buy your car on Carvana.
50. Pivot there at 250. It's his backside. 2 days ago, accelerated up to 361. I don't see breaking news. I don't know why it's accelerated. Really trust it. No volume still. So 21% is becoming more obvious.
Nasty rejection.
At the daily chart, had a nice pop there to 361. So we did hit this is hitting that 250 pivot. A lot of back holders, as you see. So now we got a shooting star candle forming on the 1 minute. Large topping tail. How I'm avoiding these? That's right, Hollow Book. Thanks for calling that out. You're absolutely right. Hollow Book on the level 2.
It is not a hollow book, dude. You guys stop.
Be patient. FOXX is doing a little dance here too. Nice low flow. I believe we traded this before. Pass as well.
Literally call everything a fucking hollow book, dude.
FOXX list. Back.
WCT's gonna fucking
FOX once again. Backside initial move yesterday. Highs of 790. I don't want to start my day off trading the backside of a move up. It's going to hit a pivot here at 575. Which is going to be a lot of resistance. It's a resistance pivot. It's kind of running into that. I don't want to trade this one. I'm not going to mess with this. It's backside. Thanks for letting me know that. WCT is Chinese. Okay, it's another reason to be much more cautious of that one as well. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna leave this one alone. I don't see breaking news on FOXX. Okay, it is accelerating. It's backside of move. It did a nice acceleration yesterday. I thought this looked familiar during market hours, and it just accelerated up pretty nicely right at the open, and it slammed down pretty huge rejection. We're talking 3 or 4 point rejection. $8 down to $5.
WCT, there's your hollow book.
XX long, unless it starts getting closer to the front side of the move. Kind of see it here.
It's got to break 263. It's got room to 363.
Right, bottom of that pivot there.
60s.
Probably gonna have some back. So I'm gonna sit tight. Oh, wait. It doesn't have breaking news. I want to make sure I'm trading the front side of them. Yeah, good call. No volume. That's right. Good call on that one too. Volume on it. Okay, a pivot is a potential resistance area, okay, or gap fill. Like if you look, guys, okay, I'll swing you over to my day trade dashboard. Okay, so see this right here? See that where that it's kind of a support here where it bounced off. That's going to be a pivot right there at 5, just above 575. That's a resistance. You kind of see the price right over here bounces off that too. Okay, but right here, see where it kind of bounced a little right here. It's a little doji channel by some band here. Little support area right there. That's
46.
Right here. Went down. Now you look at the price here, it's coming right back up to that. No resistance. The reason I want to trade this,
popping, dropping.
I want something fresh on front side. I'm gonna be patient. Wait. All right. Got back over it. Yeah, thanks for the question. RMSG, like it broke 2. So backside. Of 80%. Okay, US company, software IT. So get above 227 market high. So I want to see it get above that. I want to see front side of the move. I want to see it show me strength. If it doesn't do that, I'm just going to let it go on by.
Starts getting thin after 210.
Be patient and wait. I know Monday's a big day. I don't want to have a big loss today. Try to make it up on Monday. I just said be patient and wait. It's my setup. I'm going to trade this more weight.
Buyers at 26.
Patient wait. It's all about.
206 does not break.
Nice, it's grinding though. See how thickly traded it is on MDBO. Down here. See how thickly traded it is. See how thickly traded this is. Sorry, I'm dropping too out of the way, guys. Come on, man. Get out of the way. Come on, man.
205, 203.
This computer. All right, hold on. Accelerate. It's grinding now. Okay, 208 was the high. Now it's 211. Okay, that's not the kind of pop I'm looking to trade. Guys, I'm looking for
still fucking
15, 20 cent pop. Is WCW Hong Kong? Let me double check that. It's a brutal pop and drop, just for my market awareness. Thanks for calling that out. I'm going to swing back. FOX. So we already talked about that one. WCT. That's West. Wow. Pull up on. Alright, we find that it's high risk symbol. Alright, so we're gonna exercise this one. All we need is one, okay? That's all we need is one. You wanna trade the best and leave the rest. Okay, so I don't want to have a big loss today and try to make it up on Monday. I want to be, if anything, zero's good. We're showing up. We're doing our analytics. We're exercising muscle discipline. We're continuously learning. We're fighting. It's tough. I know. I remember those days. 9,000 hours of losing because I've been traded these. And over time, I recorded myself, and then I'll look and I'll zoom out and be like, man, if I just would have just not traded that backside and just had patience. When my finally setup gets here, I'm not trying to clean up a mess. I'm adding to my P&L. I'd rather let something go on by than trade it and it gets flush. I get it a flush out. So RMSG could do something. Daily chart looks pretty rough. 100's at $1.44, so it's above the 200. It's really struggling here at this $2 level. It's not accelerating, it's grinding. I'm gonna sit tight on that. That's not. I don't mess with that. Yeah, I agree with you, Anthony. I agree with that. A lot of traders sit on the sidelines as well. Yep. I see. Was a brutal pocket drop there. But yeah, show up every day. Do your analytics. Go through your 5-pillar stock selection. Go through your pre-trade checklist. Build your market awareness. Look at the country of origin. FOXX. All right. Got a long way to go before I feel like I'll trade. But definitely not. I'm not going to say there's not profit opportunity here, but that is accelerate. Nice pop, nice acceleration. Still lighter volume. Not quite obvious enough. So no wait.
What did the fox say?
The weight of gambling doesn't stop at the casino. You take it everywhere. The things you love lose their joy when gambling takes a...
It's 790. If it gets above 7, I'll feel a little more confident in it. Okay, that's a big rejection. That's what I was kind of wondering if, is it going to do that rejection like it did yesterday again? That's why I didn't want to touch it. I'd rather leave money on the table and then jump in this and try to trade this, and that next thing I know, I got a mess. I flushed out. Now I'm negative on the day, and I'm kicking myself in the shins. You know what I mean? Picking at my face. Feeling the type of way now. Now I'm triggered. Now I'm angry at myself. Only because I've been there so many times. When I say I got 9,000 hours a week, it's absolutely nothing to brag about, but it's still, lessons to be learned. It's still the reason I just decided to say I'm going to stick with the 5 pillars. I'm going to wait for something to meet my criteria. And then over time, with constantly seeing pop and drive, building my market awareness up, I have a pretty strong indication what something that's highly likely to pop and drive. You never know what a symbol's going to do. So I didn't know that this one's going to slam down like it just did. I just said it's highly probable that it will. I kind of felt like it would, based on what's happening yesterday. So hopefully, if you traded, you came out and you're have more experience, you saw it, and there was certainly some profit opportunity there. But hopefully, on the other end of that, if you're not an experienced trader, hopefully my commentary can kind of motivate you to just leave it alone. Just come to the market with a plan. Build your market awareness up. Build your track record. Then you can potentially take advantage of some of these higher risk symbols because you're able to get out of there quick once you recognize selling coming in. Yeah, I got a lot of screen time every day, guys. I really love market. I can't say I love looking at these charts. I remember that. When I first looked at this, that was really overwhelming. My aptitude is not very high, which I'm very adamant about. There's a lot of things I can't do, and I probably never will be able to do as a middle-aged / older adult now. But it is what it is. I'm okay with that. But I just didn't quit. I took it one little baby step at a time. Now I built my market awareness up. I worked on my speed. All right, MASK. All right, I'm familiar with MASK, guys. We played this before in the past. It's known for the most brutal pop and drops. I'm not gonna mess with MASK. Okay, it is a Hong Kong symbol. Pop it up.
Smoked the whole time. I thought this was going to be one of those places to be put stupid prizes videos, but let me tell you, wasn't about the smoke. You see it? I'll play the game for you. Just watch. See that time?
Software IT. Looking at the daily chart, pretty brutal. It's known for doing brutal rejections. I think yesterday I did, a couple of days ago, it was a brutal rejection. We did a 4-round trip. It's getting there, it's getting obvious. I'm gonna just tight with this. I'll mess with it. Okay, now it doesn't have more. That's the selling coming out on it. Okay, like that will go by to touch that. I would be very shocked if Ross decided to trade this right now. I'll be shocked about that. But it's moving up. Give it an opportunity. If I trade, I'm probably going to come out profitable, but it's just too risky. I'm going to let it go by. No news. Doesn't meet 5 pillars. Very high risk symbol. We've been seeing pop and drops out of the software IT sector. Got a $7 pivot. I don't think it'll get that high and accelerate through that pivot, but if it does, then I'll trade it.
It's got a 550 pivot.
Yep. I don't think it's going to get that high. Got a tweezer top forming on 5 minutes. Okay. Lighter volume pullback. Star candle. Just big rejection. Back. I would say too, I was more confident to potentially trade this high risk symbol if that 9 exponential crosses above the volume weighted average price, which is that orange line. It shows a little more strength in the symbol.
Not even worth it.
On a higher risk symbol, I will consider a trade on that if that would happen, but right now it's not really the case. It's pulling back more than 50% of that initial acceleration up. You see it gave back more than 50% acceleration up. I'll manage risks, guys. Follow 5 color stock selection. I got my pre-trade checklist. And VIP members jump into the learning library. Take the pre-trade checklist quiz to see if you understand, why I have certain things on the pre-trade checklist. Just build your awareness, keep practicing, get your time in. That's right, Anthony. Thanks for posting that. Yeah, you got to make sure you have your hotkeys for position cancel. Now that was a 4-round trip, guys. Hopefully, no one got caught in that. See why I decided to leave it alone. I'm gonna sit tight. You're winning. You show up every day. You do your analytics. Say no. You're winning. It's a win. So keep it up. Pat yourself on the back. You show discipline because it matters. That's how you become a consistent profitable trader. That was so hard for me, guys. Right now, to only take it one.
This winded ass dude.
Trade today. A year ago, I would be at like 60 trades already. Okay. So it took a long time for me just to learn to say no. And wait for the moment, one opportunity. If the opportunity don't show up, okay, we're not taking trade. Right now, I don't see anything. I see too many high risk symbols. I'm gonna wait. My ET is trying to do it. It's just the price too cheap. I'm not gonna pull that one up. Not even pull that one up. So that was a 4-round trip. As I'm not surprised by that. Hopefully you're not either. You're hanging out here and you see my commentary. I know a little bit about a lot. I know a very little bit about a lot. I got much to learn. I appreciate everyone that helps me out, corrects me. I do feel like you got my best interest in mind. You're trying to motivate, encourage, and help me. But then there's, of course, apples out there that they're rotten apples, and rotten apples like to hang out with other rotten apples. They want to turn good apples into rotten apples. So I just keep them away. I don't argue. I'm not going to do anything with them. I just keep them away. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to fall into it. I just want to get a shout out to everyone that's getting encouraged and motivated. My goal is to inspire, to encourage, and hopefully, potentially shorten your learning curve to consistent profitability. But it's up to you, man. It's all up to you. Put your time in. You come, you wake up, you study. It's so. I know it could be so much more helpful.
Right, dude, freaking popped off 1,000.
Believing in you. I think it's better to
sold
no
off
one there
22.
have people that don't believe in you. It makes it so much harder. It can be very depressing. Tough to get out of bed. Tough to roll back over and stare at the computer screen, knowing that you're going to lose. But I'm so grateful that the Lord put something in my heart to say, just don't quit, keep going. I did. I'm still going, and I'm grateful to be not where I want. I want to be like Ross. I swear to God, I want to wake up and say, yeah, I got $65,000, $75,000 out of the dragon today. We're not taking toes or fingernails. We're taking limbs. Ross is slaying limbs off. You don't think they don't know Ross? Yeah, they do. They're like, oh, it's him again. That's what I wanted to say. They see DJ like, oh no, it's him again. They're gonna be like, I'm gonna stick. Just take the left hand. Please don't take my right hand. That's what I'm talking about. So that's my goal. I'm obviously not there yet, but I'm chipping away at it. I ain't gonna never quit, especially not now. So, sit tight. Yep, appreciate that. I agree. You guys help out, call out the foreign company. Sometimes I miss things. I got a lot going on. Thanks for guys
No,
helping
because
me out.
you don't shut your mouth, dude.
That.
Completely different.
Thanks for that. I really wish I could pronounce the name. I can't. I'm at the point in my life I realize I see Ken in your name, so you call you Ken 3780, 3780, 83. We just had some breaking news come out. Hold on, let's see what we got here.
Devs.
Okay, BBPC came out with some breaking news. Let's see what's going on. Up 34%. U.S. company construction. That's for a little guy. Because I would just complain every day. I was depressed. When I say I got 9,000 hours losing, that just sounds pretty, but to experience that is so much worse. Okay, so wake up every morning. It's very depressing. Savings is gone. I'm rationing my toothpaste. You know what I mean? I'm living off ramen noodles. No one supported me. It's brutal. I'm sugarcoating how it really was, man. It wasn't fun. And so I remember waking up every day and I'm not really a geek type of person. I wasn't like bitter, but I would wake up feeling depressed, like, okay, I got to go get this beating down here at my computer again. So I was like, well, here we go again. And I remember sitting there thinking, like, I was looking through YouTube. I was like, man, I wish there was someone for the little guy. There's no one. Like, I don't have tons of money for the community. I can't afford all the monthly stuff. And I would complain about that. Complain about it until I start watching. I'm sorry, I can't remember that. There's a kid on YouTube that interviews billionaires, and a lot of the billionaires kept saying, like, just do it. Don't complain. Don't be the person that sits and complains. And I remember thinking, like, I don't want to be the person that sits and complains. That ain't gonna change nothing. So I was like, okay, let me be what I wish I had. There's no one for the little guy. That's why I started YouTube. That was my attempt. And you guys hanging out from the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. I came on here like, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never ran YouTube. I've only watched videos on YouTube. I have no idea. So it was just a learning experience. Made mistakes. I keep pushing forward. So I decided to be what I wish I had. Someone rooting for the little guy. So I am rooting for the guy in the back. Because that was me. No one rooted for me. And I'm not a told you so kind of guy. I don't boast or brag. And I love it when people look at me and think I'm a loser. It tickles me. Because I know that I'm not. So I definitely know DJ's not a loser. So I've lost a lot. I got 9,000 hours losing. But you're only a loser when you quit, walk away. Then I didn't quit. I'm a winner. Yeah, it does tickle me. I took the city bus the other day. My buddy's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't care. I just I took because I could. I don't have to. Obviously, I don't have to." That was funny. So yeah, that was fun. But I don't mind people. I don't like I said. I've lost that ability for pride. I think I don't care. I really don't care what people think. Like I said, the only reason I dress well and look nice, shower, and be very, very clean, because of course I'm representing my lady friend, and I want her to be so proud that she's with me. So I look very respectful. I look very business-like when you see me out in the public, and very respectful person. I'm a very committed guy too. I'm not a player, nothing like that. Very honest person. I think that's the way to be. Your word is everything. You say you're gonna do something, do it. Otherwise, don't say you're gonna do it. I'm a huge advocate of that. And another thing I learned is I don't argue with stupid people. I just say, okay, you're right, walk away. And my favorite thing is I like to say, it's your story. I'll let you tell it. I'm not gonna argue. I don't want to argue with anyone. I don't waste time doing that. If someone's don't want to listen, I don't waste my time. Sitting tight. Okay, we got about 20 seconds to the bottom of the hour. We're waiting for breaking news. I'm excited. I'm ready. I want to see something. See something you like, you can shout it out. Try to make sure it's obvious. Otherwise, I'm waiting for opportunity. I'm here. I'm sitting tight. I'm exercising discipline. I'm building my market awareness. Going through my 5 pillar stock selection. I'm going through my pre-trade checklist. Football news, spread, percentage change. That's a song I sing every night. Low volume news, percentage change. Low volume news, spread, percentage change. That's my pre-trade checklist. Before I get into any symbol, every time I will go through that list. Yes, I see your question. Am I paying for a student? Yes, I am using Day Trade Dash. I know there's other scanner platforms that arguably could be a lot less that do just as good a job. But I like Day Trade Dash. I love what Ross put together there. It works so well. I got a lot of other stuff to do with my time. Try to build a platform.
I thought Candyman talked a shit ton.
Day Trade Dash pays for the front. Well, yeah, so I don't mind. In fact, I would like to be a lot more across the race.
Safety. Being Granger. For trusted products to block. Anchor.
A lot of members hanging on the community. I have a big respect for them. But you said, help me out. But try watching once you guys are using 30% discount code members shared. Thank you for sharing that. Start watching. Post that in the discount category and take advantage of that. Have any other discounts you want to share?
This motherfucker just doesn't stop.
It's just spam sites. Why I have that everyone safe. So that would be please don't post and try to send them to other websites. That would be a violation of our term and like that guy out part of it. Honestly, I like the idea of that. Don't break the rules. So a lot of times I just let AI run that. Please don't. Just make sure you can send that to me and I can post it or I can let the AI know that I gave you permission to post it so that it won't take disciplinary action against you. But yeah, come on in there and check it out. But thanks for asking that question there on the YouTube live stream. Appreciate you guys. Questions, comments, concerns. We're sitting tight. I see LULU Gables, dance and pop way too high flow. Not what I'm looking for. I'm being patient and waiting. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome. ASK. We see what happened with that one. Doing a little dance. It might be doing a little curl there. Obviously, that alone. I got an experience with that one as well. Just recognize that
news.
know to leave it alone.
6-4. And 47. That shit worked. $382 edges for 24. And that thing just jumps.
At Allstate, what's important to you is important to us. And right now, what's important to Blake is not getting in trouble with his dad. The good news is if you have accident forgiveness from Allstate, your auto rate won't go up just because of an accident. You're in good hands with Allstate.
How to make your kids forget about screens on Airbnb. Book home with a pool because you can't scroll with pretty fingers. Then book a snorkel tour because the ocean has better content than golf. Then book a private jet. The only thing getting swiped? The last Scala. With homes, experiences, services. Some trips are better on Airbnb. Genre, 18 holes, stroke play. I'm starting 5 under par at his home course. This is going to be one of my toughest challenges yet.
Projection 450. I want to see it come to 386. 383. No. Yeah.
Watching for 468 to break. Double tapping 460 and high red volume.
Oh, you say
Baggy's negative on the 10-second. We're positive on the 1 and 5 minutes. We're holding here, which is good. It needs to hold the VWAP at 430. Stop would be bottom of that candle at 413. Getting it.
Calling all inconsistent traders. My dad spent over $130,000.
I'm not going to argue being the bad guy and loud, but that's just part of it. Honestly, I let AI do that most of the time. So don't break the rules. And we've seen what happened with that one. Doing a little dance, it might be doing a little curl there. I'm simply that alone. I got experience with that one as well. Just recognize the symbol. Know to leave it alone.
C's back.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Gonna keep things simple today, just 3-hole stroke.
You just gone. Five minutes ago, something bad happened. Team break. stocks fucking don't hesitate to come back up. Yeah. And there's 418 break. It's 449 is a problem. And it gets all fucked up to 477 to 5. Tell it that it's over 5 too, but it's gonna be choppy. What does the fox say? You just out here being nice. $170. Where did this bozo go?
Hi, I'm Alex.
I'm Jane.
And yeah, it's hard. You know, I know people that struggle with it, and it is
MSAR.
freaking hard. And I feel that my lack of discipline and getting, you know, on track and finding consistency and all that stuff is just as hard as quitting smoking. That's my opinion. That's how I kind of view it, and that's why I kind of accept that. Despite thinking I can stop doing my bad behavior cold turkey, I have to approach it like a smoker, right? It's not really logical. You're setting yourself up to not do it. But if you take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and reinforce every time you do those little decisions that push you in the right direction, every single time you say something like, you know, I'll wait 10 seconds for my next cigarette. You wait 10 seconds, and in 10 seconds say again, I'll wait 10 seconds for my next cigarette. I'll wait 10 seconds for my next cigarette. You keep doing that, you know, you're going to slowly extend the time between your smokes. And at one point, maybe you start to forget that you want that smoke. Now maybe you're going, a couple of hours, and it's like, oh my god, I didn't even have a smoke. Oh my god, I'll have a smoke to reward myself. I don't know. Never had to do anything like that. This is kind of the first time I'm dealing with such a hard challenge.
Oh, you mean you've been trading for 8 years, Candyman, and fucking this is the first time you've had to deal with this?
Supporting me in ways
This is
that
why I
I
can't
would have
stand
never
this
expected,
motherfucker.
and I'm just truly grateful for it. So, 10:27, we're gonna call it a day. Done trading. It was not a spectacular morning, but you guys showed up. Well, it's got room to 420. That's where the real support is at. And I would wait till 420. And if I sell, below, if it drops below 420, I sell at 415 or something, then I get myself in trouble with one trade. So in order to sort of, limit that, I now have a different way of looking at it. So if I'm feeling confident, I'm looking at the stock and I'm thinking maybe 434. I want to get in here. 425 would be the stop. I'm good with that. Then I can do that and respect that, and maybe just use a quarter size position instead of the full 58 shares. Hang on, I'm just going to change something. And by doing that, it's automatically going to reduce my losses, as opposed to going, full size all the time on every single transaction. That's what I was doing. And I had a moment of clarity a couple of days ago where, oh my God, there's a different way to calculate risk. So that's how I'm.
A moment of clarity. You lying son of a bitch, dude. I can't stand these fucking people. We watch the same videos, dumbass. A moment of clarity. Shit. Make sure I'm not. Shit. I was like, damn. I just gained like 40 fucking pounds. You what bozos doing?
I got a 15-foot net high speed 120 gig net cable that plugs into the docking station. Make sure it's a high capacity. Why you could potentially have a bottleneck. Not likely, but you know, cross all your T's, dot all your I's. Right? CMND. Watching CMND. Eyeballs. BCDA. Popping up. Looks like it just had breaking news. Unfortunately, my 5 pill stock selection. We'll pull it up because it's probably pretty to watch those green candles form. watch some pretty green candles, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Doesn't have breaking news. Doesn't mean $5 stock selection price too cheap. Price too cheap. Price too cheap. Am I saying cheap or cheap? BCDA. Accelerating up. Give me 5 days. Hit my scanners. So it doesn't mean my minimum, so I'm gonna hang tight. I see your question. Very interesting. The way I broadcast, my security is the number one thing, and I don't broadcast my entire screen. I have an AI that grabs just the broker. Try to go through it. Have it grab, I guess, what shows that bottom, but it just doesn't show the bottom.
I'm 43, dude.
I have to go in there and reprogram how it grabs the window, and that's a pain. And the security of my account is so much more important. So, yeah, thanks for the question.
Oh, shit. She's starting to cut loose. The 150 marker's too close. Well, 160. There we go.
So we're sitting tight.
We might have room up to 2. This one's got it at $129.
Level 2. Big buyer. Okay, that might have been spooked. They're gone now.
Yeah.
$1.60. It's accelerating up. It's up 70. It's over 75%. 4 million shares traded. I want to see it get over $2 before I take a potential position on it. So I'm gonna sit tight and patient. I'm gonna wait. Discipline. Potentially could. It does have.
Someone had a buy for $127. $128.
Well, that's stock.
That's funny.
Biotech, life science. We've been seeing big news out of them. What is the news? Let's see. FDA confirms something therapeutic. A lot of big, complicated words. So.
Got room to 372 though. 229 for sure.
But yeah, speak about the as far as how I'm broadcasting. My goodness, it's OBS is free and YouTube. Go for it. Then you'll see what I'm talking about. Why the number one priority is I make sure my account information don't get out. If it gets out, and it's just I have to. It's a horrible pain. I have to go through and redo everything, all my security stuff. My number one priority is to not make sure my account information don't get out. And so I have an AI modern stuff. So the AI built the way my broadcast is being screened. It just grabs the broker. Notice that it doesn't even show the border. I don't know why AI built it this way, but it's like, I did go in there and try to show more of the border, but makes the potential for breach of security up a lot higher. So I'm not seeing that. Looks like I'm just simping. Tired of it. So my patience with that is very short. I have to give that. We're sitting tight, looking for opportunity. We're exercising discipline.
We're just out here being nice.
We're getting a lot of selling on this one. I was really hoping accelerate to over $2 and I eventually get a little trade on it. I had low expectations for it. It's Friday. I didn't think it was going to accelerate up. Okay, Cat 6 getting that. Okay, yeah, definitely. Honestly, I can't quote on which one I have. I can probably show the link of exactly that one what I bought off Amazon. I was just looking at like the max capacity. I was trying to go for way overkill. So I definitely went way overkill. I think it's like 120 gig capable cable. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing nothing on that kind of level, but it's like Pappy always said, it's better to need it and not have it than to need it. No, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Yeah, but the Cat 6 cable is more than adequate. But I really highly recommend, even if you have a high speed Wi-Fi connection, highly recommend that.
Iowa has a $1.3 billion budget deficit. You're wondering what the guys in charge are smoking?
Worth the risk. Understand how it connects, how unstable the connection is. It's worth extra investment. That's speaking from my own experience. I used to trade over Wi-Fi. I just couldn't believe. I didn't really think it would be that much better. And just hooking an internet, I just couldn't believe I was blown away. Is it tight? Question: are you using M1 to determine if the backside? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, how I determine if something is front or backside, not super complicated. Talk about it. Swing over. It's kind of a guys over here. For this 5-minute chart, so we see watching this. Probably a bad example. Yes, MASK is a better example. So you see right here, the peak over here. Got peaked up a couple of days ago. $7. After this pivot here, that's how you know it's backside. Want to make sure it's traded front side up. So just looking at the daily chart, having your 5-minute chart zoomed out, give perspective. Guys, channels. Cool. All right, so today still counts though. We're here, we showed up. Exercise discipline.
Roller again, dude.
Over the muscle discipline.
This fucking wonky ass shit.
Going through the 5-pillar stock selection criteria. Show up every day. So like I said, it's Friday. Low expectations. I'm working on exercising my discipline along with you guys, working on my analytics. Symbols pop up. You look at the name, look at the country origin. Kind of build a awareness of the symbol, what sector, kind of get an idea. We've seen pop and drops out of what software IT so far. So now just build out a little bit of awareness. So now take a little more cautious. Doesn't mean I won't trade them, but I'll be a little more cautious. Maybe go not as aggressive on it until it really itself. Be okay with leaving money on the table. Be okay with a no trade day. Right now it's just not looking good for me. As you guys know, I had this glitch. That really set me back. Had a computer glitch that really set me back, but it's okay. I didn't come in, I didn't FOMO.
With this bubble loose. You trade yet? He ain't traded, dude. That's freaking good.
Yeah, I feel the same way, Fjord. I don't really trust Mask. CMND, I don't trust it either, but I know it can put in moves. And I have a bias because it's a Canadian-based company. But I think they're operating in Israel. There's something weird about this one. So it's not, They also did the recent split.
Yeah, CMND does fucking...
Yeah, 468. I'm going to stick to my guns here. It needs to break the 468. Otherwise, it's just going to be choppy action like this.
What's this here? Oh, 463 to 505. Why do you keep saying 468? Fuck out. And it's too thick. Actually, it's not. That fucker didn't move.
What I'd like to see on mask is increasing green volume here at the bottom.
And it's
And we
fucking
have a green
8:11,
bar
so
here.
we're done until
Another one
8:30.
here. We need to put a higher green bar. We need them to stack up. See volume coming up and the price slowly creeping up as well. Right now, it's not looking super good. Again, patience, patience, patience. Discipline, discipline, discipline. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to keep up with the chat, guys, and every time I scroll down, it's just like a whole page of text. So sorry if I don't get to all the comments, but I do appreciate them. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for the feedback, the comments, and interactions. Hey, Mark, would you mind putting in an hourly chart for a sec? Or something up on BCDA. BCDA hourly charts. If it's not too late to rename, I have the 1 hour here on BCDA. Yes, RCODEA. You can check out my website. It's listed in the description. Have a good one. Nosney at W99. Have a good one. And no Newsday. It sounds like, yeah. Yeah, it failed so many times. The unlimited amount of shares, eh? So the 5-minute run up, Rush painted a massive hourly candle, and hourly traders and algos will short it. Just put it back. Yeah. Again, nothing. I'm not. This is not. I'm not pushing back or anything. I'm just trying to learn and understand. But the way I sort of understand it, or I might be the one here with that's wrong. But the way
There's a good chance you probably are.
Is I don't like making that kind of assumption. Now, maybe you know something I don't, but it seems like there's a lot of assuming things, assuming who's buying and why they're doing it.
No, there really isn't a lot of assuming. That's what time and sales is called. Fucking dipshit.
I refuse to go into that mindset. Now, again, I might be wrong for this, but I look at the market in a very neutral and
we weren't sure if gold was actually worth the upgrade. After last night,
think who's doing what. I tried to just follow the plan, stick to the rules, follow the price action, and execute on what I know can work. And when I start to think, who is behind these moves? Why is this happening? It just, it's too much for me. Maybe that's the problem. It's just too much to start to think of. The people on they created this candle to short it. And just, doesn't compute in my mind. So let's see. See, the pure manipulation part is like, how do you know it's being manipulated? How do you know it's not just people like us watching the market going, oh, BCDA? And if it's big money, it's institutions. Like, how do you know that? Is there a place you can see that? Is there a way to tell that, whoever's selling or buying, they're the manipulators or the institutions or insiders? I hate to go that route because I find that it just adds noise to the whole trading thing. And again, I might be wrong. I mean, maybe you know something I don't. And the Vol here says, please soak in that info that me name is about to explain to you. So that BCDA is pure manipulation to get hourly traders to short it. Personally, I've never heard of someone that trades the hourly chart. I know people use it to get info and stuff, but I've never heard of an hourly trader. I don't think there's many of those people. I think, so that candle will stop open, and that candle will stop open for 57 since then. That's a big reason why that failed when it did. It's not people, it's algos doing most of the crap that happens. I don't think algos trade pre-market low float momentum stocks enough to really affect what's going on. Again, I might be wrong, but I think algos like to trade stocks that have a bit more stability and predictability. Gamer Trader says it's called the time and sells. That's how you know who's behind it. So you watch the time and sells and you know that it's manipulators. You know that it's shorts. Bro, institutions are not trading penny stocks. Yeah, exactly. Most trading is done by algos. Forget the stat. Retail only accounts for a tiny percentage. Nova 7, for low float stocks, I disagree. No. I would push back on that.
And that's where you're wrong again.
The market often, you hear the statistics, 90% of trading is all done by algos. Yes, true. But 90% of trading happens with other stocks than low float momentum stocks. They happen with stocks that are usually over $5, larger market caps. That's where the algos are at. That's where most of the trading happens. We trade a small part of the market. We trade the volatile, crazy, momentum stocks. And there's not that many people that do that. There's far less people that trade momentum stocks, that trade the large caps, the mid caps, and swing trades, investing and everything. So I hear people sometimes say that, and I've never really connected with that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't know how you see that. I wish I could see that or understand it. Algos do what people do to induce trading by people. I disagree. I love Jingo Bingo Ringo. Me name is correct about all of this, except when he's wrong. What's not
BJDX again. 850 million fucking shares back here, dude. Made $7. Got 621 wall at 538. I had expectations for you back then. Now you're fucking thin book. 47-cent spread, my guy.
I had to subscribe just to say he's not gonna get it because he doesn't want to. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Gamer Trader, but RMSG. Just take a quick look. RMSG breaking out. Coming to the breakout spot at 220. But we don't have news on that one, right? So
Yeah, we do.
what does it want to do?
No, we don't.
I'm just trying to understand this thing here because I hear people say stuff like that all the time. I hear people say total opposite all the time. So it's a matter of opinion, maybe. I don't know.
No.
This is where you need to open your mind because you're disagreeing a lot. Things just because you're unfamiliar with them, don't pose that off to you. You'll be left behind. No trades for us, I don't think.
Candy does listen to me though, dude. He'll skip right over fucking everybody else's shit and read mine, dude. That's the only thing I appreciate about this guy. Like, I think he does listen. He does want to freaking learn. But like, he just shuts off so much of the important stuff. It's crazy.
Ross even did a full video on that at one point, talking about that exact topic, I think. I'll have to look it up because I'm kind of curious. It's not that there isn't algos buying these stocks. It's just that it's not the majority of the volume in most cases. Or before any broker will tell us the news on time. The brokers don't give you the news. The news gives you the news. If you just get your news from the broker, well, of course, it's going to take a bit of time. Even the day trade dash here sometimes has a delay with the news. Gee, Hex, that's a good point. Algos don't trade the volatility. They move out. They move out, then come back when it settles. Well, then I would ask this: why bother trading? Why should we trade if we're up against algos that know everything and do everything? There's no sense in trying to outbeat, an algo. I just have a different view. Yeah, I know, Nova 7. That's the thing. That's why I don't like being distracted by the chat, but this is kind of interesting. I'd love to understand something I don't understand. And I'm not closed to knowledge. It's just I've also done my homework. I mean, I've been watching the markets for 8 years.
Yeah,
I've
stop with
read
that 8
and,
year shit.
listened to countless traders say how they do it. I'm not oblivious to the fact that there are algos in the market, but I certainly don't believe that they are fully in control of the stocks. I think the emotions from day traders and retail traders far, far outweigh any algos on these stocks in the morning, in most cases. And I think, it's maybe even BCDA might be the case where, there's a lot of algos on that one. And maybe retail traders are not getting sucked in. I don't know. But to me, that I don't even understand how you can wrap your mind around taking trades if you think that it's manipulated this much. I think, there's too many participants to properly manipulate stocks. Sometimes it does happen, obviously, but it's not the majority of cases. And if you believe that, then I don't understand what you're doing in the market. How can you win against all these algos and all the smart money and the institutions and the insiders? I think it's that combination of people and everything that creates this volatility, these unexpected moves, Go ahead and just ask your ChatGPT right now then. Ask what? Algos are used to create human behavior. Think about it, bro. I don't.
LRHC 140, lots of buying. $128, buyer stepped up. And they broke. It's crashing.
Trust me, bro. I love that. But again, that's the thing. We all do it different. And I'm not here to try and tell you how to do it. I'm here to show you how I'm trying to do it. And I'm willing to learn, but I've read about the algos. I understand how they work. And I don't understand how you can still trade knowing that the algos are out to get you. You're trying to, in French we say dévier. You're trying to work around the algos. Kudos to you, man. It's not a disagreeing or agreeing or anything like that. We just see it differently. That's all it is. Yeah, exactly. They use micro pennies. They get in front of your orders. I get all that. Of course, the vault. I know that, man. I have to ignore the chat. You guys are pumping me up here. It's getting aggravating. It's not aggravating. It's just, it's funny how people are so stuck in their ways of doing stuff, including me. You know?
We're not stuck.
That's why that reinforces what I was thinking about last night, where it's different for everyone. And whatever works for you, just keep doing it. It's that simple.
Bro opened up a can of worms. You can't fucking. RMSG. There's something laggy here.
Exactly. So breaking over that 220 here. Will it be sustained? Maybe we should develop an algo and put it on this. I don't understand why everybody doesn't trade with an algo. Just gotta get a black box and let it loose on the market. Isn't that a fair question? Why doesn't everybody trade with an algo? Why do we show up here every day looking for stocks? LRHC with news, LRHC. Higher float, 40 million shares. Earnings report. So for me, that's a hard pass. Not interested in LRHC. No trades for Ross. Watching MSG or MSG. $253 is the other spot here to watch. I'm gonna change this. 220 to 253.
265 actually, but and we're coming to it right now. 266. What did it get to? 264. Yeah, it's wonky around there.
Thank you, the Tarvish. Appreciate that.
A lot of selling at 260s. A lot of buying also. See, hell no, there's something fucking crazy wrong.
Fish Pig, how does your experience been with Ross program? Does it help you find winners more? Well, if you're talking about the scanners, it definitely helps. I love the scanners. The day trade dash platform is awesome. This thing is really pulling away. But what I'm noticing is I've been distracting myself here with the chat, trying to understand something I don't understand. And
that's why you get frustrated.
Shut it down. I don't know. Following the price action sometimes, if you're not following every tick, you can't really read it well. And sometimes you can see things when you're really focused. and that allows you to trade it properly. This one, I lost my focus at 220 and it broke out. So, but we had all the elements here that would have been. So for people who say that breakouts don't work, I mean, this, again, we all do it different. You could have bought on support, expecting the move to go higher, but I didn't think it would go higher. I waited for 220. If I would have been focused, I would have hit it somewhere here as it broke 220, maybe even anticipating the 220 move as volume was picking up. Could have gotten in. Nice little scalp. 252. We did reach the next target I had. Now I see a level at 350. It's going to be the whole dollar, half dollar from here. And but since I'm not focused on it, right? Typically, I
gotta mute you, bro. That's just too much. And subscribe, bro.
56, about 250. Buyer coming in. A big buyer, now 260. Holds. Watch the time it sells. Yep. All it out, jump out. Just really hoping to hit that buyer, really accelerate through the high day. Got a smaller loser there. A really big support area building on a level 2. Came into that support. Big buyer came out and accelerated. I was looking for it to accelerate back up through the higher days. It a bigger seller came and pushed it down. In fact, I do like the 1 minute volume profile that pullbacks. Nice.
Smart founders know something most people miss. Get your domain name even if you're not ready to launch your business. With Wix, you
came out there. Just gonna keep it.
Everybody settled on this.
My share says light today. Not gonna go aggressive. Like this with a little higher risk symbol. Did a nice potential pullback, nice bull flag now, double top to high, nice push. Nice pop, nice push. Acceleration, gonna sell it to the pop, sell it to the pop. About. Add it, slowly add it. Use it. Watching level 2, sell it to the pop. Want to see it pop. Next whole dollar resistance area. Level 3. Want to see it hold though. 98. Watching level 2 for big sellers. Super thickly traded. There's 3. Didn't hold. Pop and hold. There's 303. Is it gonna hold? Nope. Didn't hold. 3. No. 308. Nope. That would have been nice. All right. 50 now. See how it's starting to accelerate. See that quick acceleration. You guys take advantage of that. I missed my entry. I fumbled that. I didn't FOMO. I didn't chase it. I saw that pullback at 308, and I missed that entry for that acceleration.
God, it's too close to 70.
Right to the next psychological.
78. I fucking missed that.
See, once it cleared 250, see how it's giving us these nice quick pop and accelerations. To hold the top of this move, an opportunity. A level 2 support down there around 3.
4s.
Get acceleration.
It's gonna get choppy through here, dude. If it can break through that, we got room back to 550.
Resistance to get out, add a little more to my P&L. Got a nice pullback with a nice quick pop. The first one I didn't miss. Keep my share size small. I'm not gonna try to swing.
This thing will collapse if that doesn't.
See how I'm mentioning this? See how I'm using the psychological resistance half whole dollars? You see?
Oh my goodness. Now you got a big old fucking gravestone doji.
I mean, he went from $3 straight to $3.50. I just fumbled my entry and I didn't chase it. I said, oh, I missed my entry. Gave a nice micro pullback at 303, 308. I saw it. I just didn't. I slipped and just decided not to fumble into it. Okay, we got a shooting star We got a gravestone doji potential reversal indicator. Now, we talked about this in the pre-trading masterclass. When we see that, don't do dips, don't do nothing. Stick your hands in your pocket. This is followed by a larger sell candle on the red. That could be the top of the move. Know to wait. So if you're doing, yep, gravestone doji, thanks for helping. Yep, that's right. Once you see that on the 1 minute, you know to wait. Don't do any dips. Right now, it's potential backside. It could be, now it doesn't mean it won't recover, but let's give it a chance to fail now. It's wait. So that's why doing the chapters 1 through 10, learning candlestick shapes, candlestick patterns, how those patterns and shapes can form trend change indicators, as we see now.
That was it.
Now you get
right
the idea
there.
why it's like, okay, it's better to wait instead of trading some below $2. You see how it's grinding below, and then it got up to 2. It broke 227. I said, I'm gonna wait till it gets to 250 because I know it could potentially really give me those pop accelerations. That best pop example was from 3 to straight to 350. I mean, it went straight up there. That's what we're talking about. That's what I want to trade. If anyone took advantage of that, please share it. Let me see those posts. If you've seen that setup, and got in there and took advantage of that. You see how the micro pullback broke that $3 level. It did a beautiful micro pullback. I fumbled my hotkey, so I didn't chase it. But I got a nice entry there. When it did break 350 and give us a nice pullback, got a nice pop to around 370. So that last pop to 374, my best exit was 369. So I did get that nice pullback pop there. So that's the idea. So that's it. So I really appreciate you guys. Guys, if you like my commentary, feel like I'm adding value, helping potentially shorten your learning curve to consistent profitability.
They say the same shit, dude. Him and Candyman. I feel like I'm adding value.
Thanks for all the positive commentary.
No,
guys.
This is why I don't freaking subscribe to any fucking bozos.
Not only am I a consistent profitable trader, I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking through it. Here's live trade on my shoulder. You can see my broker. You can see the resistance areas I'm looking at. You can see what I see. You can see where I'm hitting my buy button. See where I'm hitting the sell. You see why. You see that acceleration. You can even understand why I just left all those symbols alone. That was below $1. They don't move like that. You don't get those 50-cent pops out of something below $1. Just don't do that. So you see why. You see, this is not my strategy, guys. This is what Ross is teaching. I consider myself a coach. You just want someone that want to coach you, help you through chapters 1 to 10, help you through your basics. That's what I'm here. I'm a huge supporter of Ross. Huge. You got the finances. Really want to take trading seriously. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Head over to Warrior.
Shut up. Fucking dick riders, dude. Oh shit, you see him in deep. Oh no. Oh man, that's a fucking flat top breakout if I ever saw one. Holy shit.
Finger on the trigger, sniping these levels when the volume gets bigger. Milking chest jumping, time to pull the trigger. Momentum on the rise, more flash forming right before our eyes. Pullbacks loading, actions in the zone, waiting for the sound that can take that show. Finger on the trigger, sniping these levels when the volume gets bigger. Milking chest jumping, time to pull the trigger. Momentum on the rise, more flash forming right before our eyes. Pullbacks loading, actions in the zone, waiting for the sound that can take that show. Finger on the trigger, sniping these levels when the volume gets bigger. Milking chest jumping, time to pull the trigger. Momentum on the rise.
BBC. It's just. Oh, fuck. 51 million. 1 million share float. The risk is insane. It just whipped 40 fucking cents. Room to 13. The thin book. $100.
But I would always practice cutting your losers quick. Where I tend to fell short. Most of us can tend to fell short. We're doing a little curl back up here. See if it recovers here. It is curling back up. When you see the volume into this curl, it's a lot lighter volume there. A little cautious. MACD's gone flat, basically negative. I'm gonna be cautious and wait and see what see if more volume rolls into it. I want to see it pop. I'm looking for the next pivot is 4. Next psychological resistance level 4. Give a daily chart. A little skeptical with the volume rolling. I want to see a little more volume rolling. It does here. Accelerates. I'm not going to trade this. I'm going to wait. Looking for it to eventually accelerate up over 4.
What's the XOS?
Level 2 in time of cells. Accelerates 60. Back down. That's unfortunate. So, wow. So that's unfortunate. Like I said, I was looking for it to come back up over 4 before I was going to take another trade on it.
Wait, dude, that was lighter volume and
All right, now I'll check the email out.
was already making freaking
after the live stream
a bigger candle than these.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Check it out.
I'll be looking for it here right after live stream. I'll read it right after live. All right, excellent. Current CEO. CEO, which fuck CEO? Looks like you said you caught that move 263 1 minute. Excellent. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so yeah, that 5 minute pullback, I see it being relevant. Like it's just a flag. I just don't do that unless it's a hot market, unless it beats all 5 point stock selection. It's a higher risk trade. We need to take this. But definitely, for more experienced traders, there's certain opportunities. grateful today it's not a red day. I'm grateful I got a small cushion on the day. After all the hiccups, I think we got something that finally kind of gave us an opportunity. And I have one losing trade for $5. So that's a victory. My profit to loss ratio is still pretty good today. So it's over a 4-to-1 profit to loss ratio, maybe 6-to-1. Looking at my biggest winner versus my one loser today. I'm taking 6, 7 trades today. I was broker next to nothing. I got a lot better at that. So I hold my broker next to nothing and taking small trades. Got a little profit to show for it. I'm excited. It's good. Yeah, a BASS popped up earlier today. I did some analytics on it. It doesn't have breaking news. It is a continuation. Thanks for calling it out. Good to see it singing and dancing. But if you look at that drop it did here on the 5-minute chart, brutal. Look at that 1-minute volume profile in that multi-chart line. A lot of things wrong with that one. Yeah, so I'm definitely not gonna mess around with that one today. So, but yeah, thanks for calling out. Though. I didn't realize our SG is our top leading gapper, up 188%. I didn't realize how much that went up. 75 million share traded. Wow, that's amazing. No news. It doesn't meet bipolar stock selection, but it certainly gave opportunity. It was obvious. Top leading gapper. So nice move. So patience paid off today. Discipline. Discipline's the
ETLE.
The winner today. So hopefully you guys are doing well with your discipline as well. You're not over trading. You're not trading low quality setups. If you don't have a proven track record, you're building that discipline muscle up. That's my goal. That's what I want to encourage you to do. That's where I struggle.
Damn.
Gambling doesn't stop at the casino. You take it everywhere. The things you love lose their joy when gambling takes over. Even when the day ends, the problems with gambling don't. They follow you. But so does help. You don't have to manage the weight of gambling alone. Get 24/7 help from 1-800-BETS OFF.
Where's the buyer stepping?
Profile. See how it's dominated by largely selling. See that lighter buying. The candle is moving up quite high, but I might let that one go by. I feel like it's really high risk for a brutal drop.
TLE's got no news.
Watch it. Put up the broker.
That thing did a full round freaking trip.
Where's the indicator there?
Yeesh. Oh, dang. Okay.
Tight. Yeah, CMND would have to break 5 to feel confident enough to take a small position on it. I just don't trust it because of the pretty brutal rejections it's done.
594.
I could potentially break this pivot. I'm not gonna trade this pivot. Nice, broke. 450. Gonna hold. It's really choppy. Brutally choppy. Alright, it's got some big sellers on the big sellers. 488, big seller. They're moving their order around. So they're probably hitting the price as well. It's got a big seller on it. Be careful with this one.
Don't see that one very often. It's had a big seller. That's why it's all congested as shit. Whoever pumped it up all the way fucking down here.
Hanging tight. Exercise of discipline. Got 3 minutes at the top of the hour. CMND. Here. 460, 470 high. I want to see it break 5. I'll be more interested. I want to see it show me strength and show acceleration. I don't see that big seller. I don't see that big seller anymore. Oh, still out there hidden seller. That's a flush.
It's the base.
Really struggling at that 450 pivot. That's 4 topping tails in a row there. 1 minute chart. That's just, I don't want to trade that kind of price action. if that's the way it's going to continue the trade, I'm going to leave this one alone. So that's
This is a mess up top here, dude. Like, do.
Getting a larger red candle form there, potential spinning top, potential shooting star. We'll see how this closes. Okay, it's closed as a green spinning top. There's a reversal indicator showing a lot of indecision, a lot of weakness. I don't want to see that.
Not necessarily a reversal, though, Tinkerbell.
Oh, I forgot I can look at my tablet.
Yeah, nice reversal candle. That was the terrible. That's such a bad fucking explanation. That's why you can't trust people. Not in this fucking world. Everybody acts like they know everything on fucking YouTube. Green spinning top indicator of reversal. Then it fucking runs higher, dude.
Okay, looking for speed through 5. Man, this is tough. Look at these swings.
Oh man, what do you do?
Big seller at 5. Okay, there's a big seller. I'm gonna just let this one go by, guys. This one's wrong. What's the country of origin? Canada. Doesn't have breaking
451.
news. Healthcare, biotech, life science.
Does have
I just don't like this price
news.
action. Hidden multi-chart alignment on the 5-minute chart. No 5s. Break and hold 505.
Remember when John Hopkins and them used to be fucking like.
Each time it tells them 1 minute.
That type of news would move shit. No, it's like, yeah. Yeah, it gets over 5, then now we're talking. Where does the pullback stop? EMD. We traced more than that, so it's got to come down here.
This one's pretty difficult to trade.
Right in there.
I'm a little tempted on it. No 5, but
Push down. Is it going to push back out?
A big seller coming out on it.
Oh, you fucking.
Tight exercise and discipline. That's going to take a lot further, guys.
Oh, shit, dude.
The willingness to say no. That's not to chase profits.
$901.
As far as commissions, as far as I know, they posted about 8:45 at night. Just some updates.
MCRB,
As far
9
as
milli.
C-Pro, it's been, I can't quote on Dodge. I'm assuming it's the same on Dodge and C-Pro. Just want to see updates.
Up for the day. 137.
Yeah, I would have.
No fucking trade.
Yeah, I believe that, right? Yes, they're out of Canada.
Shares at 750.
Did a brutal rejection, which is what I was kind of worried that it made. I never took a trade. Didn't hold
Yeah,
back
that's what you were worried about, bro. More time.
Wow.
These dudes.
Did this a couple of back here.
Shut it.
Way over here.
Actually, you know what?
This is why I didn't want to trade. Rejection right here. Pretty bad sell off here. Rejected again here. That was a couple of weeks ago. That pivot level of 5 is kind of where I want to show you. You have strength and it kind of hit that pivot and just rejected. So hopefully my commentary helped you. Hopefully I can. The reason I didn't trade it, the reason I was cautious on it, everything. Caution on it as well. Yeah. Make sure you guys are looking at the daily chart. Make sure you zoom out on the 5-minute. Make sure you're trading the front side of a move. Make sure you're not trading the back side. It can really help your probability of avoiding those false breakouts drops. And always keep in mind those psychological resistance levels, the half dollars. That's good. That's the reason I didn't trade that. I mean, it looked good, it looked nice, it's accelerating up. But the reason I didn't trade it, first of all, the top details in the 1 minute was a warning sign for me, as you heard my commentary. That's why I didn't trade it when it was kind of moving up. It was really grinded. Watching level 2, I spotted a big hidden seller on there. They are moving their order around. They're being very, very slick with it, but not slick enough to. They're showing it on the level 2. But there's really good short sellers or really good sellers. You don't even see it. They won't show the order at all. We're gonna see more pros come out. So I called out what I saw on level 2, why I decided not to trade it as well. But first and foremost, because of the sentiment of the market, because of dispersed attention, a lot of traders are on penny stocks. I just decided to wait to see if it pops over that $5 pivot. And the reason was that because that was the high from a couple of previous days ago. And it's not only that was the high, it's because of the way it rejected off that level. Now, if it just went sideways for a while and slowly rolled over, I've been more inclined to trade it as it accelerated back up. But it was a very brutal rejection off $5 level. A few days after that, I made an attempt to come back up and it rejected hard off that level again. Well, this was the third attempt for it to come up to that level, and it's done with. It's done before the past, rejected hard off that level. That's why I didn't trade it. But I was able to avoid that one. So sit tight, be patient. Yes. Well, you start to be successful. The haters, they dedicate time. It tickles me to death. They dedicate their time to try to. They want to see you fail so bad. Well, they got a bad taste in their mouth. It tickles me. I'm sorry, it's hard for me. Oh, it tickles me. So yeah, I don't. The number one thing I learned with success is I don't care. I don't pay attention. So I advise you guys make your own assessment. I feel like my commentary.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible. Interesting. Can it generate reports?
It can now.
Are you saying we can all build apps now?
Yeah.
I'm on lunch. I gotta make one. Just built an inventory tracker.
Protein calculator.
What's there an app? A workflow manager. That's
Traxy still owes for the group lunch.
trash duty schedule. Since no one seems to care. I just created my goal tracking system.
There's nothing.
Who's
Iris, what are you doing?
I want to animate this.
Oh, you're just fucking
Profesor de español. Interoffice dating app.
moving some shit around.
For dogs. Office dog. Go here. SS. SS of my average. I just did a little VWAP break, nice VWAP break.
UTC,
That huge rejection, 1040.
it's been a fucking like
4 8 hours.
5-day fucking grind,
Say
dude.
no.
7?
No, it was on lighter volume now. Much lighter volume, not less.
Take a starter of 1,000 on that bitch. It's got a history of this shit too.
Yeah, I was watching STI this morning. What a phenomenal! Yeah, I was watching that. That was tough. If you're hanging out with me, you know I was struggling not to trade that. I was talking about it. I was feeling FOMO, but I decided.
I was feeling FOMO. Sell to your audience, bro. Oh, shit. Gets to 1098 and fucking sells off anyway. What is that? Oh, 1106. But this is 10. That's where. 6. Anyway, it's a fucking problem. It's crazy. It's fucking 13. Back here, what is it? Show that for. Oh, that was yesterday. Fucking man, I'm blind as shit. $132,000 shares of volume. So you take position 970s.
aggressive guys.
And no trade day.
So protect yourselves. If you want to chat with me, you're welcome to. You can always reach me at VIP. Sorry, you can reach me on what? I'm sorry, on
One ingredient takes an hour to kick in, and it might work, might doesn't.
Yeah, we done. MCRB.
So another prime example here, MJ. I just feel that Mark just doesn't have the right mindset and outlook on trading. He says it's okay to buy breakouts that fail. What kind of attitude is that? Not the right one. Let me put it to you this way. So someone said, you need to buy on support. So what do you do when you buy support and it fails? It's the same thing as, for me, I'm buying a breakout, and if it fails, you get out. You got to be quick at getting out on a failed breakout. The same way you need to bail quickly on a failed buying of support. It's the same thing. To me, it's exactly the same thing. Giving back my gains, waiting to see the open. Yeah, there's no avoiding losing in stocks. Yep, it's part of the game.
1000%. Let's go.
Me name, if you can find, I'm not pushing. I'm curious to know if you can find information that validates what you're saying there. I'd love to hear it, because I hear this all the time from people that market makers see every collection of stop losses, right? When we have those stop loss runs, I've heard the opposite from people who've been trading prop firms for over 30 years. If you look on the internet and you go look that up, just try to confirm and find like actual information that justifies what you're saying. Because I think that's an assumption we all have. It might be true, but I've also heard the opposite. So I don't know. Don't buy strength in weakness. Buy the weakness in strength, or at least that's what what is working. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Yuri. I appreciate that very much. You guys are making my day. Again, for those who are just joining us, I'm not profitable. I make more money with my YouTube channel than I do with my trading. The point for me of streaming like this every morning is to keep me somewhat accountable, and I prefer having. I feel better when I'm recording myself and recording my sessions with an audience. It feels like I'm just not talking to myself. And what I do appreciate is this interaction, getting the feedback and all that stuff. But
7 minutes.
Yeah, just so you know, I don't make money. I don't pretend I do, and I'm certainly not here to teach you anything. Because it sounds like most of you, you all know what you're doing, and I don't.
Yeah, 2 winners, 1 loser.
I just follow my thing. Just follow my plan. It's pretty simple.
My losers twice as big as mine.
And it's aggravating sometimes for other people that we don't necessarily trade the same way I do. And pointing out the stuff I'm missing out on, and pointing out, how much I lose and how much I suck. And I get it. It's fair game. It's all part of the whole package. But the bottom line is I appreciate you all. I appreciate the whole process. And I feel like I'm making progress. It's not showing up on the P&L, although I had I should track my stats, but right now I know that I just need to develop consistency. And I've had, I think, yesterday was green, the day before was green, and I'm just trying to not think of the stats at this point, because that's not the objective. I compare it to thinking of the outcome or focusing on the outcome too much, and I'm still focusing on the process. And once I'm consistent with the process and I execute the same way, 80 to 90% of the time, you can count on my execution style and how I'm going to do it. Then I'll start really paying attention to what's happening with the P&L. Like, obviously I want it to be green, and if it's too much red, well, then I gotta stop. But it's not the sole focus. And a couple of months ago, I sort of got on that discipline thing, and I kept putting green trades. It's the time I had almost two weeks of green trades. I think I had 1 or 2 red days, and I was making somewhat of a progress. And then, I get carried away. I get a little too excited, and I put the strategy or my discipline aside. And next thing you know, I'm back to being Mark, chasing everything that's moving. So this week, I'm very disciplined and focused. And I'm just going to keep doing that until I feel I have some consistency. Then I'll start looking at exactly what's going on with the P&L. Like, obviously, I'm going to look at the P&L. I don't completely ignore it. But I'm trying to just, leave the money aside for now. Oh, I'm green? Great. Next. Oh, today is no trade day? No problem. Next day. And next and next. And not dwell on my losses. Not dwell on the 8 years of, heavy bags that I'm carrying. Because that also affects the positive outlook. Yep, that's the vault there. That's bang on. You're just stubborn and can't take the pain of being wrong. 100%. Yep. It's the pain of being wrong for, how can I put it? What really triggers me, or where I feel like I really suffer, is like when I'm green and then I screw up. Then that's exactly how I feel. I don't want to be wrong after I was right, because it just kind of invalidates my whole thing about being right. Just like my trading. For a long time last year, I kept having green mornings. Like, almost every single morning was green, and by the end of the day, it was always red. And that's how I kind of know that the strategy works. So why is it that I can get green and then give it back, right? So it works halfway. So what happens in the next half? And my conclusion is that my emotions kick in. When I'm green in the morning, especially if I've had kind of a good green day, I always want a little more. And that's how my mindset goes. And I start to think, well, I had a green morning. And like Ross says, you don't want to cap your green days. All right, well, let's go all in on this one. And then with one trade, I wipe all my morning gains. And then I feel really bad. And instead of, being focused and disciplined, I immediately go into revenge mode. So then I look for something that's going to give me back the gains I just gave back. And that is just a recipe for a disaster. So I'm learning slowly, but I'm learning, and I just got to avoid doing that. And today is going to be, by the looks of it, like a no-trade day for the morning session. Yesterday, I almost tripled my gains in after hours. So I think there are definitely opportunities in after hours, and I might modify my schedule to reflect that. I might actually start looking at the after hours on a consistent basis. Alan says you are already consistent. You plan to lose. No trades for Dave. Yeah, the Open lately is just it creates FOMO. It creates, I don't want to miss out. What's going on? This is just too chaotic. It's just really annoying to watch. And sometimes you're watching something and you think, maybe this one's going to go. And in fact, it does go. And it goes so fast that you shouldn't chase it and you miss the move. And that's really frustrating. So if you just kind of avoid the whole first 15 minutes, take a break maybe at 9:30, you come back at 9:45, and then we look. Is something kind of playing out? And if there's nothing still to maybe 10, maybe then we call it a day. Now I've lost track of what's moving, what's active, what's going on. So with 5 minutes to go, maybe it's for the best. The scanner does not look that exciting. Our MSG is our leading gapper. This one actually looks like it's setting up for another breakout.
No, it doesn't. It looks like it's setting up to
So we have
roll
one
over.
here.
Dude, what are you talking about?
And then a big one. So 360 would be the spot I would be watching. First sign that we're going to go back up would be the 238. Support is down here at 310. See, and now the way that it's sort of dancing here on my purple line, that kind of tells me that there's no momentum on this, right? We're just kind of parked going sideways at a level of indecision. We're not sure what this thing wants to do. Kind of gave a glimpse here at the 338, came back. The volume is diminishing. The MACD's looking not so good.
Easy to borrow. BBCP will get
the pattern
pummeled.
itself looks good. There we go. That's why we have resistance. So 350. 378 actually is the top of that candle. This morning we went to 75. That's your clear resistance. What I do like about it is the fact that the float's really small. And, relatively speaking, we're not that far away from an all-time high. And this stock never had a reverse.
BBCP is fucking trying to do something before the fucking bell here.
There's only one crucial element missing for me, which is a catalyst. There's no fresh, same-day catalyst for this one.
11:15 was the problem fucking before.
Pre-market.
Or was it 11?
I mean, this is, anything can happen. It's really frustrating because if this thing had a catalyst, I would say, yeah, 4 is going to break. I'd be wanting to participate in this potential rocket.
500 shares drops at 10 cents. You're out of your fucking
I personally don't feel that confident about it. So definitely not trading it at the open. I would wait for this maybe later on today. And that's not to say it's not going to rocket to $5 or $6 or $10 right at the open. It could happen. I just don't feel that probabilities are high enough for me to take a chance on it. So RMSG is definitely on watch. And BGMS is the second one here. That one we're kind of losing VWAP going into the open, so but it's on watch. BESS. I'd love to trade this one. This is just a personal thing. I'd love this thing to go up to $10 and trade it and make $1 million on this. But it's for personal reasons. I just love the name. The EVS. This one I think it's going to $1 at some point. Not sure if it's going to be today, but they had recent news last night. It's a penny stock. It's under $1, so very risky. The EVS. Then we have Mask. Doesn't look completely done. Doesn't look strong. I just kind of going.
Oh, the market's not open. Oh my goodness.
So for me, there's nothing super clean or clear at the open. Statistically speaking, maybe RMSG, since it's at the top of the scanner this morning and it's looking bullish right now, I would consider that a bullish looking pattern. Maybe bullish neutral, but we'll see. And with about a minute to go, I just want to make sure again that I say thank you all for being there. I appreciate the feedback, the comments, the interactions. Please hit the like button. I love the super chats. I'm very grateful and thankful for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate the donations as well as on my Candy website. It always surprises me, and I always appreciate it extremely very much. And with that said, I hope you all have a green day. I'm going to keep watching here till about 10 or 10:30, see if something pops up. But for the first 15 minutes here, I think we're just going to watch what happens. And maybe after the first 15 minutes, I'll feel like I just need to call it a day. There's no trades, sitting here for 4 hours. It is what it is. I don't think Ross had any trades either, so. All right, good luck, everyone.
The 84 is the halt.
Right now, what I'm doing is just watching the scanner to see if something pops up with fresh news. Keeping an eye on RMSG. Maybe if I
Ooh, buddy.
level 2.
That's where you get in right there.
All right, so 360 is what we're looking for.
Yeah, that would have been it right there when I seen it at 330s, low 40s, and then freaking take it to 70.
Right to 4. There's 370.
That would have been a beautiful scalp.
Now we're
That's
about
all
to
it
make
is, scalp.
364.
364.
Looking too choppy.
86, 84, 280, 70s, 60s,
9.
68, 64, 50s. Still checking back there. All kinds of big red fucking shit. When people are in, they're in. When they're out, they're out, dude. All this shit. This is the only one.
360 the whole.
Nah, we're done for the day, boys. That is that. Nothing great. Nothing worth trading.
Finger on the trigger, sniping these levels when the volume gets